James McNally is a solicitor with the firm Slee Blackwell and specialises just in these sort of cases. Let me ask you the same question, James. How much of an issue do you think underreporting is?
I don't think underreporting is a major problem. I think dog bites themselves are and have been always a problem. Dog attacks are, there's an awful lot of responsible dog owners, unfortunately, and not enough has been done to kind of control them and to kind of limit this problem.
I mean, there's various degrees of this, aren't there? Well, as I was saying earlier on, there's the cute video that people post on social media. Look at my little dog playing with our baby, isn't it lovely? And that dog can suddenly turn because the kid just pulls its tail or something in all innocence, and the dog doesn't like it. And it's a normally placid dog, but just gets cross and angry at that moment and causes a problem. Right the way to the other end of the spectrum, where people do have genuinely dangerous dogs. I mean, does the law cover all of these eventualities?
Not in terms of criminal proceedings. In terms of civil proceedings, which is where I'm more involved in, which is trying to get compensation for people who've been injured, then the law is a bit more protective. But to be fair to the police, their hands have been really tied up until May last year because of the legislation that was in place. The Dangerous Dogs Act was, a really, really poorly drafted bit of legislation, and so as Peter Hitchin was saying, if an attack took place on a private premises, there was literally nothing the police could do about it. In terms of criminal proceedings, that legislation is changed now, and hopefully it will mean that there will be more action taken.
We talked about the way the law has changed in the last 12 months. Does it need to be tightened further, do you think?
I think it does. I think the law at the moment it's a little bit about grabbing headlines and making sure that you can run a nice story saying that someone whose dog has attacked a child has been punished in some way. And I think the law needs to move away from concentrating on punishing dog owners and look at more preventative measures. I think if the government brought in, for example, compulsory microchipping, it would mean that dogs could be traced back to the owners. And if they combine that with dog licenses again, which have to be updated yearly, which is the system they still have in place in Northern Ireland, it would mean that people would be unable to kind of deny ownership of the dog. As I said, my role is more civil proceedings and present compensation as far as that's concerned. I really believe that there should be compulsory pet insurance because, 50% of the people I speak to I'm unable to help because if the dog owner isn't insured, there is no way of recovering compensation for that person. And if you've got a self-employed builder who, suffers some kind of tendon damage to his hand and is then unable to work, and the injuries, even a fairly minor dog bite can cause really, significant problems in terms of muscle damage and the rest. He's got no way of recovering those earnings, and the dog owner, can just carry on quite happily.
James, thank you very much indeed. James McNally, solicitor with the firm Slee Blackwell, who specialises in dog bite cases.